Good morning, students. Welcome to GC Tech Hub CS tutorials. Students, we have been seeing queries for a while now. In my previous classes, I had already taught you how to use the query design view to ask questions to the database. In today's class, we are going to learn how to use the query wizard. Now, query wizard is a kind of tool which Base provides us in order to which asks a few questions from us, and we answer those questions, and based on them Base designs a query. So you can see a question here where there are two tables, vehicle and travel. So let us first see an overview of this table. So we can see in this table vehicle, there are a number of vehicle types: Volvo bus, AC deluxe bus, ordinary bus. So these are the different types of vehicles, and their per kilometer charges are provided over here. Like Volvo bus costs the more per kilometer and car costs the least, and these are the vehicle codes given to each of these vehicles to identify them uniquely. Hence this is a primary key field. Then we have a travel field which consists of some customer names, as you can see here, and they all are identified by their customer numbers, which is a primary key for this table, and their travel dates, the distance they traveled in kilometers, and the vehicle through which they traveled. And that vehicle is being specified not by the vehicle type written directly here, but by the vehicle code, and number of passengers also in each for each travel. That is, this is the name of the customer who booked the travel, and the number of total passengers who traveled each time. So you can see how they have traveled. So like K. Nival, he traveled using V01, that is Volvo bus. Frederick Sim V03, that is ordinary bus. So this way, each of these customers, they traveled using these different vehicles. Now here there is something per km. It is the freight charges per kilometer, that is the amount of fuel charges required. Km is kilometers traveled, NOP is number of passengers traveled in vehicle. Now let's start with the first query. To display customer number, customer name, travel date from the table travel in descending order of CNO. So you can see that we are going to display only these three things, that is these three field values from the table travel, and that too we have a sorting order over here, that is in the descending order of customer number. So customer number, name and travel date are to be displayed. So let's go back to our database here, and we click on queries, and we select query wizard. That is the second option over here. Please just wait. So we can see the query wizard over here. So we are going to click on the query wizard and wait for the query wizard to appear. So this is the query wizard, and in this query wizard, as you can see, there are a total of 8 steps. There are 8 steps given over here, right? And you can see over here there are some fields which are to be selected. So firstly, from this particular dialog box, we are going to select the tables. You can see over here we need to select the tables, and this drop down list shows us queries also and the tables also. That is, we can create queries using other queries, because queries are nothing but they are the views, modified views of the table. So we are going to select the table travel over here, because we are going to create the query based on the table travel. Okay, so now you can see over here that we have selected the table travel. Now, according to our query, we have to display three things, that is customer number, customer name and travel date. So we will select each one of them. Now here you have a number of buttons. The single arrow buttons are for dealing with a single field at a time, and the double arrow buttons are to deal with all the fields in at the same time. Because we are going to select three fields, not all the six fields, so we are going to select one field at a time and click on the single arrow button, then CNAME and then travel date. So the fields are selected. Now we'll go to the next step, and the second step is to select the sorting order. Now these steps, it's not necessary that you make the settings in all the steps. The steps are given to you depending upon the type of question which has been asked. Because in this particular query, you have to also specify the sorting order. That is, all the records should be sorted based on the descending order of travel date. You just check the query once. We go back here. You can see descending order of, CNO, that is customer number. So we are going to select customer number from here. So we'll click on this and select customer number, and that has to be in the descending order. So we'll select descending from here. Now you can sort a table up to maximum 4 fields, but here in the question we require only one field. So we will just leave it at that and go to the next step. Now here the third step is select the search conditions. That is, this is the very important part where we provide the conditions to our database. Now let me explain a few things about the conditions. You can see there are two options here, match all of the following and match any of the following. Now what do we understand by match all of the following? So let me explain this to you. We have two options here in search conditions. That is, number one, we have match all of the conditions, and second is match any of the conditions. Now what happens with match all the conditions? So when we talk about the first one, that is match all the conditions, it basically refers to the AND operation which is performed. The AND operation. AND operation means all conditions should be true. If a record has to be displayed in output. That is, if that particular record has to be displayed, then it should satisfy all the conditions which are given. If there is like something like condition 1 and condition 2, then both condition 1 and condition 2 have to be true so that the result is true. That means it will be true and true, which gives us the result what? True. So you need to understand few things over here, like I'll just talk about a small truth table over here. So just a second. So suppose I have condition 1 over here, and I have condition 2 over here, and here I have condition 1 and condition 2, right? So now when I have it like this, so in this case there are four possible combinations, like firstly both are false, Then next is one is false, one is true. Then next is the first one is false and second one is first one is true, second is false, and last is both are true. So when in case of AND operation, when we are talking about the AND operation over here, please pay attention to this part. False and false means false. It will give you the result false. One is false, one is true, that will also give you false. One is true, one is false, that will also give you false. Both are true, only then the AND operation will give you true, which means that both conditions have to be true, right? So this is what AND operation. Second is match any of the conditions, which generally confirms to OR operation, right? So we are talking about the OR operation, and OR operation basically means any of the given conditions can be true. Like if I try to, I'll show it to you through the table here. You have condition 1, you have condition 2, and you have the OR operation between condition 1 and 2, right? That is the OR operation. So when we have the OR operation in this case, and let me just copy all these uh, conditions here, that is all the combinations. So when both are false, your condition 1 or the OR operation will give you false. But if any one of the conditions is true, your result will be true. एक भी condition true हुआ तो result true होगा. Okay, so you can see here there is one true here, so it is true. That is, if you even if you have 10 conditions and out of those 10 conditions one condition is true, your result will be true in case of OR operation. That is any of the conditions. So any means OR and all means AND operation. Okay, so you have to remember only this thing, that is any means, any is OR operation and all means AND operation, right? So you have to remember this small trick over here. So let's go back. So here we are going to just see how or what condition we are going to use now, because there is no condition to be used here, because only we had to display the three field values, and nothing has to be like no condition is mentioned, so we can skip this step. Now select the type of query. This is the fourth step. Now in this query you can either show a detailed query, that is show all the records of the query, or you can show a summary query which shows only results of aggregate functions. So you will understand this when we use aggregate functions. So in this particular query we don't require that. I'm going to the next. And you can see aggregate query has something to do with grouping and grouping conditions. So those two steps are also skipped over here automatically. Now this is where at the seventh step over here, that is assign aliases if desired. Now what are aliases? Alias means a nickname. Like we all have nicknames at home, so you can change the name when the query results are displayed. Like when the results are displayed, you don't want CNO to be displayed. You might want it to be properly formatted as customer number, then the second one customer name, then third one as travel date, something like this. Okay, so like you want to display it in a proper way, or you want to give some other name, so you can do that over here. This is completely optional, and then you can go to the next. And this is the last step where you can give a name to your query. So I'm going to give a name to the query, that is CNO, CNAME, travel date, sort, CNO, descending order. Okay, so I have just given a name. So the name itself is very descriptive. If someday I want to open this particular query, then I won't face any problem. So you can choose to either display the query or modify the query, but I don't need to modify it. If you want to modify, then again it will open it in the design view, and there you can make some changes. Like many things are there, all types of queries are not possible in query wizard, because query wizard is for novices, that is those people who don't have much experience using SQL or query design, or it's their first time working with queries in base. So for them it is kind of a starter. Okay, so they just get a head start with this. But the thing is, in the long run, there would be many such conditions which are not possible to handle using wizard. So in that case, subtle changes can be made using the query design view. So it's for that, so you don't need it. And in the overview section, you can just see a summary of what all settings you have made so far, and then we click on finish. And when you click on finish, you immediately see a new window and the result of the query. So you can see the result here. All the three fields, their names changed and sorted on the in the descending order of their customer number. You can see it over there. So once you have seen the result of your query, you can close it from here, and you can see that it appears over here. So this is the query, and later on when you want to make some changes into it, you can always just make changes by going to the design view by either clicking on this option. You can see the edit button over here, or you can right click on this and you can select edit, or you can also edit it in the SQL. So I'm just going to show both to you. Suppose you want to click on edit. So when you click on edit, you can see the design view over here, and in the design view you can see all the settings which are made. Okay, all the things are provided over here, right? You are not the sort is not visible over here, doesn't matter. Then you can also provide it from here, like sorted based on ascending or descending. So I've chosen as descending over here, right? And you can also see the result of the query over here. So you can see the result, it's given here, and save it. So that saves the query. And you can also see the SQL view. So just right click on it and edit in SQL view, and this is the SQL. You can see select CNO as cust number, that is, this is the command. The as keyword is used to provide aliases, and we will be dealing with SQL in detail, so don't get confused by all this. And order by, you can see from travel, order by cust number, descending. So this is the SQL which is automatically generated in base. That was our first query using the query wizard. Now let's move on to the next question. To display the customer name, see name of all customers from the table travel who are traveling by vehicle with code V01 or V02. Now in this particular query, you have to display only the names of the customers, but although they have said that only display the C name, that is customer name, but how will you understand that which vehicle they are traveling with? So along with customer name, V code is also required, and that too you have to display only those customers who have traveled with V01 or V02. If I just check, V01 is Volvo bus and V02 is AC Deluxe bus. So now for doing that, uh, you can see that one customer travels with like V0. Once he travels with V01, and then he travels with V. Um, so one customer travels with V01, another customer travels with V01. That is, V01 is used by two customers, V02 is also used by two customers. So it's never like one customer can travel in two vehicles at the same time, but on separate days they could travel, right? So for doing this, now we have to display, the question is, you have to display the names of all those customers who travel with V01 as well as V02, right? So the first thing which comes into your mind is that I have to apply and condition because I want V02 also and V01 also. But the thing is, if you select and, it would mean that one customer travels, the value of V code for one customer has to be both V01 and V02 at the same time, which is not possible. So that is why I will show it to you using both, that is using and also and using or also. So let's go to the database. We go to the query wizard, and from here we first select the table travel, and because we have to display customer name, so we set that, and also V code, so we select that. Then we go to the next step, and now in the next step you have the sorting order, which is not required in this query, so we go to the next. Now here we had, in the previous query we had skipped search conditions, but in this one we need it. So first we will do it using match all of the following. So first field V code is equal to, and let's give the value here, that is V01, and the second again travel V code is equal to V02. Now match all the following means, all of the following means both conditions should be true for each record. For the first record, both conditions should be true. But we know that one customer can travel by one vehicle at the same time. It's not that one customer cannot travel by two vehicles, but not at the same time. It's in the real world also, if you check the real world situation also, it is not possible. So I'll be first doing it using this. Okay. So we go to the next step, and we don't need to change any alias names over here. We'll go to the next step, and I'm just temporarily using this name because I'll be deleting this query nevertheless. Then click on finish, and you can see that the window is blank. The result is blank. Why? Because there are no customers who have both V code values at the same time. Hence, we have to delete this. I'm going to click on this, right click and select delete, or just press the delete button on the keyboard. And again I go to the query wizard. Again I select table travel. Sorry, this is the school. Yes. Select customer name. Then select the V code. And then I go to next. And I don't need to sort anything. I go to next. So I'm going to select match any of the following. Why? Because I want that whether the value is, if in the for the first record V01 is found, not V02, it should be selected. Then again for the second record, suppose V02, V01 is not there, V02 is there, or the opposite, then also it should be selected, right? So that means either if one is true, one is false, other is true. Okay, so it should be considered at that time. So let me select the field V code, its value equal to V01, and next is again V code and its value V02. So I'll just explain this to you in a very easy manner here. Like for the OR operation. First let us see it for the AND operation. So the condition is that V code is equal to V01. This is the first condition, and the second condition is V code is equal to V02. And condition 1, now let me just delete this condition 1 and replace it. So you can see over here that there has to be like V code should be equal to V01 and V02 for the same record. So if I just scroll up, now for the first record, the V code value is V01, not V02. And says that both conditions should be true. It should be V01 also and V02 also, which is impossible. So under any of the conditions, and will not never give you true. Okay. So if we replace that and by or, like I am going to just copy this and paste it over here and just replace it by or. So for the first record V01 is V code is V01, that is the first condition is true. First is true and second is false. Result will be true. And let's go to the next one. Next is V03, and so both the conditions are false. In that case, our result will be false. But then again for the next one we have V02. So which means that first condition is false but second one is true. Okay. First one is false but second one is true. So the result is true in this case, right? Then you have again V02, again it will be true. Then you have V04. So you can see that both conditions are false, which will give you false, right? So if either one is true, you are going to get the result as true in this case. So here I have selected match any of the following, which is or. Then go to, which means that either the first condition or second condition should be true at a time. Go to the next one. Sorry, I missed the previous one, which was assign aliases. That is not required. Next, give a name to the query. So I'm going to name V code is V01 or V02 and click on finish, and we will see the result. And you can see over here there are 4 customers who match this condition, that is K. Nival, Ravi Anish, Hitesh Jain and Ramesh Jaya, and hence our work is done. So students, this was a simple example of using Query Wizard. In the next class, we will see a few more examples, 2 more queries which we can create using Query Wizard, and how we can modify them using the query design view, because many things are not possible in Query Wizard which we need to do using query design view. So that's all for today's video. If you liked it and benefited from it, please like the video, subscribe my channel by hitting the red button and press the bell icon to get the notifications on time.